Again, I'm Teresa Checker. It's been a great 8 weeks working with all of you, and I hope that I get to see all of you again. As we looked at Marsden's work this week, he said that the Chronicle of Higher Education reported that anyone who found that their personal beliefs are compatible with their academic interest is loony and reflects a self-indulgent higher professionate. He added in the reporter's words that an important distinction must be made between supernatural and non-supernatural ideas. Gender and race are empirical constructs. One's faith is not. However, we live in a time where one can choose their gender. And, this is an accepted empirical construct. Because if you look at the definition of an empirical construct, it's a variable that is not directly measured. So, it's based on empirical observations that humans can self-identify. But if we look at Christian heritage of the past decades, academia disregards the empirical construct that humans can relate to God. It's kind of an interesting idea that it's an accepted empirical construct that humans can self-identify as a different gender, not the gender identified at birth, but we can't self-identify as Christian. We can't say there's a higher power and I am a Christian. I believe in God. I believe in Christ. It's an interesting idea. And, when we're looking at the work of Marsden, he does a really good job of talking about how you can believe in science and God at the same time. Either way, this caused me to question where my faith fits into my research, my teaching, and other services, as Marsden asked in the outrageous idea of Christian scholarship. And my answer is found in Colossians 3:23. Whatsoever you do, do it heartily as to the Lord and not unto men. When researching, I try to keep an open mind about where the sources came from, but also to try to find sources that shed light on God's grace. When teaching, I want to show grace, compassion, and leave the student feeling more confident than before they met me. That's always my goal. When I'm working either with an adult, with a child, it doesn't matter. I want them to leave me and any services that I provide for them feeling more confident than before they walked into my classroom. Or even, I've recently started working with the Online Writing Center. Anything that I can provide for any student, I want them to be able to leave feeling more confident. But I feel like maybe I would feel the same if I wasn't a Christian, but I feel like as a Christian, we should be able to leave people feeling better than they felt before when they meet us. Because obviously the light that we shine should be different. It just should. So, in any other services, I hope to accomplish the same thing. When we set out to work as if working for God and not for man, our goals shift. The work is not the same. In schools that offer no alternative, where God is not allowed, where faith is not a key, I can't imagine learning having the same value. Marsden also points out how most schools believe the empirical or presuppositional stance that Christian belief should be excluded. Why? Just because. It is presupposed that natural science has taken a stronger lead than supernatural faith of Christian belief. However, Marsden has shown there is no evidence to exclude belief as non-empirical. Rather, science and belief can coexist because God created ordered reality. Marsden also points to a Gestalt image that shows a duck or a rabbit. You have to step back from the image to see both. I feel that this was a great analogy. Christian and non-Christian scholars are the same. We both study, we both earn the same degree, and will work in the same environment. But our reason for scholarships are often different. Our reason for terminal degrees often vary. These things won't be obvious until someone sees the bigger picture. I hope that we will have the opportunity to present people with the bigger picture of who Christ is and what he will do for them in their lives. After all, shouldn't this be our goal? Thank you guys. It's been great to work with you all.